Hello and welcome to SportalTV's Volleyball Game of the Week. We are here from beautiful Marist High School in Atlanta, Georgia. Brian Zorner being joined tonight by Emily Adams. Emily, thank you for joining us tonight. It's going to be a fun night of volleyball.
Very excited to be here. This is kind of in my backyard. I'm very excited to see this awesome matchup tonight.
And we have a great one, the Marist War Eagles against the Woodward War Eagles. It's the battle of the War Eagle tonight. Marist, the defending 4A state champion. They've won 12, including last year. Woodward comes in with 6 state championships of their own, and both of these clubs have a lot of talent.
Yeah, we're watching warm-ups right now, and it's going to be really exciting. They've got some huge hitters on both sides, some great setters. I'm really excited to see what tonight brings us.
On the Marist side, we're going to have to go with Marist and Woodward. War Eagle isn't going to tell anyone anything tonight. So on the Marist side, Jackie Boney, 2021. She's a sophomore. She was All-State last year, and she is committed to the University of Michigan already. Plays her travel ball with A5, a very accomplished player. A couple of other players of note on the Marist team, Kaylin Taggart. She won not one, but 2 national championships, we were told.
Yeah, I heard that was both at USAV and AAUs. So that's pretty impressive this summer. Just so you know, number 11 is Jackie Boney. Kaylin Taggart is number 13 if you're watching these warm-ups and you're getting a view of what they can do.
Yeah, a lot of talent on both sides. Coach Tad Sahara has over 500 wins on the Woodward side. And both these teams come in with a little bit dinged-up records. They both won the earlier matches here, but Woodward coming in 7-7 overall. They played some really tough games against some of the top teams, and they lost their 2 All-State players to graduation last year. Marist comes in at 6-6 before tonight. Losses to a number of the state powerhouses, and they had to start the first 8 games without the high ankle sprain, and that really allowed them to develop some of the younger players, is what we heard from the coaches earlier.
Yeah, and it looks like from their stats, everyone's stepping up where needed, and Jackie's come back with a bang in the last 4 matches.
Yeah, we heard that she has a phenomenal 47% hit rate and 54 kills in the games that she's been back, and that's in 4 games. She already
second on behind Carly Bowen, but it's
a few kills behind, just a few behind.
Sorry, Brian.
Not a problem. Rachel Johnson, number 2, is their main setter. They primarily are going to run a 5-1 with her. And as we swing over to the Woodward side, it's the 2 Morgans who are the outside hitters who are bringing the pain here. Morgan Cobb and Morgan Miller. Both of them are leading the teams.
Yeah, we were able to see a triple header tonight. So Dunwoody was here as well. And so we got to see Woodward play Dunwoody just before this match. And it was fun to watch the 2 Morgans, Morgan Miller and Morgan Cobb, kind of go at it. And we saw some pretty impressive.
Now, the Marist team here in white, the Woodward in red, the battle of the War Eagle. Now, Emily, tell the folks a little bit at home about your background. We're excited to have somebody with as much accomplishment in volleyball. You played your college volleyball at University of Southern California.
Yep. So thank you for having me out in an area that I've. So hopefully my goal, University of Southern California for about 10 years. So been able to connect with the volleyball community in a couple different ways out here. And it's been really awesome, and volleyball's done so much in my life, so I have a great deal of love for it.
You're too modest to admit it, but 3-time All-American champion at University of Southern California.
Yep. We had a couple national championships under. It's been pretty cool to have my town show up so well in that respect.
Dig category, Hadley Ackerman as well.
Yeah, she's leading the team with digs, with 93 digs, which is very impressive, so I'm excited to see her out here tonight. What you're watching here now with Woodward is typically not the role the setter plays, but she's super athletic, and it was really fun to watch her this last match. She's athleticism all over her body. It'll be really exciting.
She was just.
Switch the air conditioning to see how the pass.
We do all the Both of these teams took on the Dunwoody Wildcats. Real exciting volleyball going on here. We have the traditional handshake and then the little huddle, and then we will be off.
Have an up ref who's going to stand up on the stand over here, and a down side of the net, as well as 2 line judges on the opposite corners. But at this stage, before playoffs and whatnot, there's usually not a down ref. The down ref is typically the person who's going to be calling whether or not a person is in the net, which is a violation, and a loss of the ball and a loss of point. But they will have the 2 line judges who are going to help the up referee make a call on whether the ball is in or out.
Yeah, and once you get to the playoffs, you'll see GHSA officials in both those roles, the up and the down ref roles, but you'll still
do a pretty good job. Not an easy job.
As a volleyball, getting this nice ball coming straight down to the back row and leaving them in a tough spot.
And it is interesting, you were asking earlier, is it better to come off of a match and be warm, or is it better to have a rest in between? And I think what I'm seeing here is they're maybe mentally fatigued. So physically they look good, but they're having to adjust to a whole different team, a whole different strategy. So here's a different looking serve coming at them than what they saw in the previous match. So they're trying to adjust. They're not getting their setter in a good position to utilize her best sets either, and then they're not setting up their hitters in the best way possible either.
If you're Coach Tad Sahara for Woodward, what do you do on Jackie Boney there? I mean, when she gets that high set, she's real tough to stop.
I would start with it on my side of the court, which is put the ball down on Maris' side of the court so that you can't get the ball up. They can't dig the ball. They can't pass the ball in a way that they can set Jackie Boney.
Taggart's going to continue to serve. She's got 2 early aces, and she's been making real trouble in this back row.
There's a great pass.
I got to call. They look to set her pretty much every time they can.
Mm-hmm. Their 2 strongest hitters on Woodward are going to be their outside hitters. They have strong middles and a strong right side as well, but their outside hitters.
Oh, she read that really well.
Yeah,
right
so
over
that's the same spot she picked the last time. So if I'm Tad Sahara, I'm known she's hit the hard-driven ball to the corner, but she can also pick that short corner. So you've got to play that as a defensive player and make sure you can react quickly.
And that's her 4th kill out of the 8 points.
That's a great pass.
And Boney coming up on the other side, making a lot of trouble for the hitters. Cobb had a nice swing at it, but she was just right there in her face, and there was nothing doing.
And I think she knew as soon as she hit, it was going to come back on her side. She tried to get it herself in a possession to pick that up, but it.
Had a nice block there. You said
Kaylin
that.
Pierre, the setter who leads her team, who leads Woodward in blocks. She's got a very strong block.
Yeah, because Boney had a good swing at it.
Yeah.
She was just in the right place, and she was
saw
able
that
to,
strength.
Yeah,
That's
she
a
was
lot
able
of
to
core
hold that
strength.
ball back.
It's a good serve. So they're going out back row.
That's staggered out the back. The War Eagles. I've been told by some of the insiders here at Marist that once in a while Jackie Boney feels the need to apologize to some of the people she hits on the other side of the net when she gets a good full piece of that thing.
Oh, there's an ace.
Yeah, that was one of those tough serves that just went over the net, floated right down. A lot of spin on that thing.
Number 4, Natalie Sullivan.
Some substitutions. Try to get somebody else in the back row that's got the mobility to get to that. Looks like Salim coming in. And she's able to pop it up at least. Not get it to the
Free ball
setter.
over. Carly Bowen.
And that was long.
Corner.
And there was no way Ackerman was going to get to that. Wasn't looking for it.
Difficult.
You know, we saw in the earlier match, took on Dunwoody. They just dominated at the net. Dunwoody could set for Maris. Dunwoody had no chance to get it past him.
Oops. A little out of system and couldn't keep play.
Another good, we are looking for stories of overcoming challenges to play the sports they love. We want to share your stories that can inspire others to dig deep and find success in sports and life. Send us your connects communities through youth sports. Sportal Space, every practice, every game. Brian Zwerner here.
Sometimes when you win a game just like Maris just won it, you can start to relax a little bit, sit back on your heels, on your laurels for a second. It's something hard, even if you say it to the team. Hey, let's tie this one up. She got up really high. Looked like from this angle she was even over the block. That's very impressive.
Now,
Kaylin
what do
Pierre,
you
the
call
setter
it when they have
for Jackie Boney wasn't. I'm sorry, not Jackie's. At this point, it's Jamison Henley wasn't out there because they had such a great dig. Jamison had to stay with the middle.
Miller just popped that one over, didn't get enough height, and a terror. She's got about 15 kills already here on the night.
Oh, sneaky. Sneaky right back.
Them trying to find the open spaces, and it was Jackie Boney again.
Sneaky offense.
It's a good opportunity here for Woodward. Got the shot they wanted with Carpenter. She wasn't able to finish it.
There you go.
Battle at the net.
Pretty impressive.
It hitting strong.
Jackie was there. It's hard for the other team to do when you have a dig that comes straight to the setter. So everyone on Maris was ready for that.
Morgan Cobb's gone to that sort of float ball. I'd like to see her try to slam the ball through the blockers and put the pressure on him a little bit. She swings hard enough. It's not going to be an easy block, even if you are in the right place.
Oops.
Little misplay by Johnson. She was just trying to leave it.
Coach Karen Arndt making the calls on serve. It's a good float serve.
Whoa.
Oh.
Just found it inside of the back line. It had so much spin on it. Looks like Coach Karen Arndt making the right call on where to place it to.
Yep.
Wow, she was spectacular tonight. I've got her unofficially with close to 20 points they scored. It is.
But yeah, I think the Atlanta area is awesome. I'm so glad SportalTV is doing this. You guys are